At the start of episode 2, we see people who say, "I don't remember how it all began, but I always wanted to be the Eminence in shadow." Then, a girl named Alpha starts telling Cid, "It seems what you said has come true. I researched ancient texts and learned something about the cult of Diablos." She says, "The more we study them, the more powerful they appear. But no worries, I can handle them." Hearing this, Cid says, "No, we walk in shadows and remain in shadows." He thinks, "Yes, this is what I wanted," and thus, he becomes the Eminence in shadow. In the next scene, we see a news report on TV, showing Cid's past life, where he died and was reborn as a boy named Cid in this world. When Cid was born, he strangely didn't cry, and his family was puzzled. Realizing the expectations, Cid starts crying in an exaggerated way, which makes everyone panic. Later, a maid named Claire, who's pleased with Cid's behavior, senses that there's a lot of magical energy around him. She notes that, in his past life, he had dreamt of obtaining magical powers to become even stronger, but he couldn't achieve it. Now, with this second chance, he decides to become powerful with magic. Time passes, and Cid begins training with his sister, Claire. He explains that he was born into the lineage of Balon, where many have become Dark Knights for generations. Dark Knights are individuals who enhance their physical abilities using magic. During training, Cid tries to shatter a stone with a stick but fails, while Claire effortlessly breaks it, showcasing her strength. The family cheers for her, admiring her talent. Cid pretends to be weak around others, but in reality, he's incredibly strong. He only acts weak to stay unnoticed. Later, we see Cid in a scene where he fights bandits at night. He's laughing and enjoying himself while taking down the bandits, asking, "Where's the treasure?" When they don't answer, he gets frustrated and uses his slime-made weapons to defeat them all. Suddenly, one bandit attacks him from behind, injuring him slightly. But Cid's suit, made from slime, heals him instantly. He then mercilessly beats the bandit and finds the loot, making him happy. Then, Cid hears a sound and notices a cage holding a strange creature. He realizes that the creature is in pain and says, "You're starting to rot, but you're still alive. Does that mean you're possessed?" He touches the creature and detects its magical overload. He smiles, thinking he can experiment on the creature without hurting himself, as it's not his own body. Cid takes the creature home and conducts various experiments on it. Many of his tests fail, but after a month, he finally manages to remove the magical overload. The creature transforms into a girl, and he realizes she's now a beautiful young woman. Cid, wanting to make a good impression as the Shadow, greets her with confidence as she regains consciousness. She asks about the curse he lifted, and he explains that it was a long-standing curse placed on her because she's a descendant of heroes. Cid fabricates a story about the cult of Diablos being an evil organization that seeks to revive a demon lord. The girl, deeply moved by Cid's help, says she'll do anything for him, even giving her life if necessary. Cid names her Alpha. In the next scene, 3 years pass. Cid is training with his sister, Claire, who's heading to the Midgar Academy soon. Cid could easily defeat Claire but holds back to remain unnoticed. Claire, seeing him fall into a river during practice, comments that he never makes any progress. Soon, a farewell party is arranged for her. Cid reflects on the challenges of being a background character, noting he'll attend Midgar Academy when he turns 15. One day, Claire suddenly goes missing. Her room is in disarray, and she's nowhere to be found. Cid's parents panic, with his mom criticizing his dad for wasting time instead of searching for her. Cid decides to search for his sister himself, secretly knowing that a cult may be involved in her disappearance. Meanwhile, we see Beta, another member of Cid's secret organization, Shadow Garden, confirming to him that Alpha has already begun searching for clues about Claire. Hearing this, Cid asks Beta if Claire is still alive. Beta reassures him that she likely is, suspecting the cult of Diablos is responsible for the kidnapping, believing Claire might also be a hero's descendant. Cid, thinking to himself, finds it amusing that his followers now see every bandit as a member of the cult. Cid randomly throws a knife on a map, pretending to locate the cult's hideout. Beta, impressed, remarks that she now knows where to go. Meanwhile, the kidnappers holding Claire say they don't want to hurt her, as they have a daughter of their own. Claire, with her magic sealed, manages to dodge their attacks and recalls her brother's teachings. She confidently fights back, warning them that if they harm Cid, she'll kill them all. One of the kidnappers, hearing about Cid, is intrigued but soon knocks Claire unconscious, planning to use her blood for analysis. In another part of the hideout, Alpha and her team, known as Shadow Garden, break in, defeating all guards. They confront the kidnappers, revealing they know the cult's secrets. The kidnapper, shocked, tries to escape, digging underground to flee. Alpha decides not to pursue him, noting that he's heading toward Shadow, Cid. Meanwhile, Cid, lost underground, unknowingly crosses paths with the kidnapper, who attacks him. Cid, enjoying the fight, gives the kidnapper pointers on using magic effectively. He toys with him, dodging attacks easily and outsmarting him at every turn. The episode ends with Cid demonstrating his skills and embracing his role as the Eminence in Shadow, using his abilities to dismantle the cult from the shadows, all while maintaining his background character persona around others.